Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Okay, so today's video, we are back and we're checking out some Lovebites. Now, we're doing the song Judgment Day. It came out a couple of weeks ago. Now, we did a reaction to this, to Lovebites, and it was when Destines Align, I think it was the song. And we gave some honest feedback about what we liked about the album, and there was, well, the song, there were things we liked, there were things that we questioned. Some people were very, very good on the comment section and gave us some honest feedback about some of the questions we raised, like the concept of the video and the summarize and where it was. I don't think we ever got an answer around whether the look of the band, i.e. the white dresses with the gold trim, was just a stylization choice, or whether it was actually has a concept, because that's what I think we were trying to work out, was there like a hidden meaning, like the white is meant to symbolize purity, or I think that's what we were trying to get across.
It's often subjective anyway, isn't it?
It is subjective, but I think it's just we'd like to know as much information as we can. But I don't think we ever got. Let's see if anyone does know if the particular dress look of the band is got a specific meaning, or if it's just because they liked that look. Let us know in the comments, then we'll stop asking that question. But one thing we did get asked to do is you can't judge a band based on one song. So they asked us to check out another song. So I was going to check out one, which was Vengeance, I think it was, which was a live performance. But that was from a few years ago and was the reference. But I thought, to be honest, if we were going to give them a second chance to have another look at this band, we should really check out the most recent song that's come out, because that brings us up to date. We can have a look. They've got a new bass player. They've changed, so I was kind of like, let's go in it, let's have another look, because we have been doing some Japanese bands recently. We've come across some very interesting ones, like Nima Filler we did last week, which we really liked. Hanabi was a bit of a mixed bag. I really liked her. I don't think you were very keen. I can't remember. But it's one of those ones. We did Bandmade a little while ago as well, which I got destroyed in the comments section. But I think it's about time we come back to Lovebites. So we're going to give it, and we'll still be honest. If we don't like the song, we'll tell you we don't like the song, but we will try to be as precise. If we really love it, we will tell you we really love it. But let's go check out some Lovebites and Judgment Day. Okay, there we go. Lovebites and Judgment. Where do we start with this one? I don't know. Should we let Andy go first on this one? Yeah, I think we should. This could make or break the video now. What do you reckon he's going to say? Like it or hate it?
He's going to sit on the fence, isn't he?
Can you remind me what happened last time? So I know we done Lovebites, but
it's when Destinies Align.
Was I quite negative?
You were pretty negative. I think you were a miserable git, to be quite honest on it, is what they said. You're a big grumpy old man. He was a grumpy old
anti-Japanese.
Anti-Japanese.
That's absurd.
I don't know. I think they were just a Philistine, a caveman, sweaty, unwashed men that you like, apparently.
What particularly did I not like? Because
you're not a big power metal fan. So yeah, I can't remember if you
said the guitars were low in the mix.
You didn't like the guitars much. I think that's, and we're not saying that about this. We're just trying to remind Andy about the actual previous one. But what do you think about this one?
Yeah, let's get his views on this one.
Well, I really enjoyed this one. It's not me backtracking and having a complete about turn. I was always trying to recall. Was I so down on the Lovebites song before? And what was so different about this one? I mean, we've done so many, and forgive me if I can't recall, the song and the video for what we reviewed before, but I really like the intro. That was, fantastic musicianship between the guitar and the bass intro, the intro to the song. The opening sort of main riff was very symphonic. I like the vocals. You say I'm not a big power metal fan, but I got only sort of power metal vibe as the song progressed. I didn't think it was sort of true traditional power metal to me. I'm not quite sure how I would describe it. Symphonic was the
symphonic thrash power or something combination, maybe.
I think that's a good description. I mean, I mentioned the bass. I think that's very high in the mix, which is not a bad thing at all.
No, I
really like the bass sound. She's got a great voice. What was typical power metal to me, from what I know of it, is the sort of interchange between the lead guitarists. Sort of back and forth. Well, I quite like that. But it was very, very close to sort of going on too long. I think they nailed it just right before I thought, is it going to finish soon? And unfortunately it did. I can see why they've got a big following. They're a good band. They're great musicians, good songwriters, and she's got a great voice. I like the look of the video as well. Seems strange it was set in a gym, and then later on it occurred to me, was that the set from Squid Games?
It's a theatre of some sort.
All right.
Do you know what? The first thought I had was I thought it was a gym because of the wooden floor and the wall. I thought I was going to see a basketball net in any minute. And I was like, why are they playing in a gym? This is so weird.
I mean, have you seen Squid Games? It's almost like the sort of finale scene of Squid Games, but maybe that was the intention, maybe not. But honestly, this is not an about turn for the sake of the channel. I really did enjoy that song. That was good, and I can't remember why I was so down on it before. Was it the sort of costumes? Was it the sort of traditional Japanese people in the garden, the temple, and everything? Was that a different band?
Some of the vocal inflections you were critical of.
That was more me, I think, at the time.
Oh, was it?
Okay.
It was definitely the guitars. The video we picked on the video. So what I will say around this is, when Destinies Align, I think I would stand by what we said in that particular video. And for me, this is a massive step forward as a band. The song feels more complete. I thought the guitar work was straight away across the board amazing. Drum work, great. I loved the bass tone. Vocals were really good. There weren't the annoyances that I picked up last time when I talked about When Destinies Align. So if we'd done this as our first reaction, I don't think we would have given it a negative like we did last time, because, and this is why we're saying this is not about us doing about face, this is giving honesty. And I really, really enjoyed that track.
Yeah, and so did I. Yeah,
and this is about really 6 or 7 years, I think it is, since When Destinies Align came out. So there has been a significant change for me in the stylization of the band. You can hear the progression of the band. They are a very tight unit. I picked out the solo, and I think for me it went on by about 10-15 seconds longer than it should have. There was one point where I almost leant forward to see how much time there was left on the song, because I'm like, oh, okay, they started another round of soloing. But I liked it. Well, I liked all the solo that was there. I am going to pick on one piece of criticism, which is I don't get what the video was going on about. There's too much jumping around with different elements. So you're in what we both thought was a gym, which is some sort of auditorium performance center. Looks lovely. Then we've got Forrest running around. Then we've got some hooded figures. So there is obviously a story element going on there with the title Judgment Day, but I felt there could have been more of a link up. It all looked visually stunning. And if you don't look into too much detail of trying to piece it all together into a story, it's fine. It's a great video. Unfortunately, me, I like to know what the story is. So from a videography point of view, I'm now kind of dissecting it, trying to work out from that very starting point to the end point, to the playing in an auditorium, to running through a forest, to some hooded figures, to smashing the glass. I'm trying to piece it together into story, and I'm struggling to do that.
As someone who's not a videographer and who produces these sort of things, I'm not sort of too critical of that. I'm looking at it as different scenes, different images. I'm not thinking, is there a storyline? What does the story mean? Why doesn't that bit work with that section? So I'm just looking at it as a sort of visual piece, as in its entirety, not necessarily thinking it should all link together.
Okay, so what did you think then, Kirk?
Yeah, the first song that we reviewed a couple of months ago, I said the standout performer was the drummer, and they were probably relying on her too much, and they don't in that one. So yeah, I am seeing an improvement. Love the intro. I wanted more of that. Everyone knows one of my favorite genres is progressive metal, and when I heard that finger tapping bass, it reminds me of Eugene from Ginger. He's a really top-notch player, and the way they combine that with like this chugging guitar, which was panned through both speakers, like, oh, this is a lot different to what they've done in the past. I wasn't surprised when they then accelerate into the symphonic thrash metal, and I'll never have a problem with that. I love the solos. They very much went into Megadeth mode there, didn't they? Like Go to Hell, Hangar 18. I'm never going to be critical of that, especially when you're playing to that standard. And I actually I would say I remember at least 2 of the riffs in there. I was critical in the past for just saying the guitars are too low down, and they're just palm muting them, and they're not letting the bite of the chords come through and using the distortion from the amps to the best of their ability. There, you had some really good, like chromatic action, didn't you? Know, like with that open bottom string, and then they were playing Believers going do 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 do. So that didn't sound as shit as that.
I don't remember that riff in the song. Do 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 do.
It was a lot faster. Yeah, it didn't sound like yeah. Sorry, that was an atrocious example. I like the orchestral hits on the keyboard as well. And finally, what I will say, excellent vocal performance. I don't think there's anything you can criticize. Did you hear that octave uplift towards the end? Yeah, and she's really hitting those notes and doing it with confidence. So one final thing I do love, I think, what's the term people use now, a callback, where whatever you use in the intro you return to it at the end. Love how they ended it with that. I just wanted more of that.
The book ending it.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it started with so much promise. Maybe extend that a bit longer, or even slow down the middle 8 after you've done the solo. I don't know if that would be possible, but maybe that could be a challenge on the next song. But yeah, catchy and memorable. I would give the album a listen if that's.
It's coming out in March. I think we've got it on our list to review.
We'll review it then. Yeah, let's hope that the standard is as high as that.
There we go. So that was Lovebites and Judgment Day. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon to stay notified for daily video updates, and we will see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.